Hey there guys, it's TheRamosOnline. It is like, I think it's Tuesday is the day I'm uploading this, and the next one will be on Wednesday. So there will be 2 videos a week of my double Raider Battle Spot series. The team will not change as often. It will change as often as I need it to change. I will still take suggestions if you'd like to suggest a Pokemon you perhaps might like to see, but because this is a much more serious battle spot thing, I won't be just picking up random sets. There will have to be good viable sets. So to run over the team real quickly, we have Petunia, the Gardevoir, Nana, the Dene, Placea, the Bisharp, Rain, the Latias. You get cookies if you get the reference with Placea and Rain. We have Molly, the Gyarados, and Wooly, the Mamoswine. The name kind of slipped my mind for a second there. So, Petunia is my favourite Gardevoir, I have to say. I, bred Petunia back in X and Y, but I used her as my starter in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as a level 5 Roots. And it was really fun. I mean, you know how you gain an attachment to your in-game team? It's brilliant in that I have that same attachment to my Gardevoir, but I can actually use it competitively because she was EV trained back in X and Y. So anyway, first team we're facing has an Amoonguss, which is going to be a bit annoying with redirecting attacks. He probably is going to bring it. I've got 2 Psychic types, which will deal with the Amoonguss, but redirecting even one move could cost me the match. Talonflame is not going to give me too much issue, honestly. I do have Mamoswine, I do have Gyarados. Wooly is sashed. Gyarados, Molly is a bulky build. There's 2 potential Megas here in the Sableye and the Mence. I don't think he's going to bring the Sableye just because he does see my Gardevoir. Okay, a good lead, honestly. A good lead. I'm going to say Gyarados and Bisharp is a good lead. I can taunt the Amoonguss if he leads with his own Gyarados. Obviously, I get my boost. If it leads with his Sableye, I'm going to have Gardevoir in the back, obviously. Problem is, if he just leads with Sableye and he tries to willow the Bisharp slot, I could always taunt that and protect, yeah. So do I want to run Latias? I do get Tailwind support, but will I need it if I've got Gyarados? I don't know, really. I'm going to bring Mamoswine just because Mamo can deal with a few things here. So with Gardevoir and Mamo in the back. I am obviously very Will-O-Wisp weak. I don't have any Lumberries, and the only special attacker I'd want to switch in does not want to get Willowed because that will really affect her already short-term stay kind of thing. As my opponent does make that lead, he does have the Bisharp. Sorry, he does have the, sorry, I do the Bisharp, but he does lead with the Sableye, which is only slightly annoying, really. Now, I'm going to go straight for a Taunt onto that, and I'm going to protect him with Bisharp, I have to. We could be seeing a Mega here. It'll be really interesting if there's actually Mega Sableye, because obviously he'll be able to bounce back my taunt as he actually withdraws, straight up withdraws, and goes into the Hydreigon. No Mega Evolution, so it probably is Mega Metagross as he is going straight for the Will-O-Wisp onto my Gyarados, though. I didn't see that coming, I'll be honest. I am able to get up my taunt here, however, so that's handy. Now then, do I want to leave my Bisharp in? I think Bisharp's a bit of a win condition if he's got the Metagross in the back. So I'm just gonna Thunder Wave, and I am gonna switch out. See, Dark Pulse or Draco Meteor are unlikely here. What I'm expecting is an Earth Power or a Flamethrower, one of the 2. And neither of my other Pokemon in the back want to switch in on that. That's the problem. I am going for the 30% chance to parry here if it isn't Scarfed. I might be able to get that down, although I don't run max speed on my Gyarados. The most expendable Pokemon I have is Mamoswine. So I am just going to switch in Mamoswine here, as I'm really cutting it close there. 5 seconds on the clock. He might predict my switch, that's the problem. He might predict my switch in Draco the Gyarados, which would be the biggest problem. As he withdraws the Sableye, goes into, I think it's the Metagross. Yep. It's the Metagross. Does go for the Earth Power onto Mamo. I can live that. Regardless, I am sashed as well. So I am going to be able to Thunder Wave that thing. That's nowhere near as big a threat as it was before. Now then, see, a Bullet Punch is too obvious here. A Bullet Punch is very obvious. I'm going to Thunder Wave it. And I am gonna Earthquake. I'm gonna punish it if it predicts me to protect, or it predicts me to switch. I'm gonna punish it. I don't really need to get any damage on that Hydreigon. It's crippled, and Gardevoir does deal with it. Yeah, I think Earthquake is the safest play here. As he does go for the Mega Evolution, Bullet Punch onto Mamo would be the most obvious play. He could overpredict. No, he goes for the Bullet Punch onto the Mamo slot, so there is going to be a dead Mamo. I am okay with that, as I am now safely going to be able to get Bisharp in, as I do Thunder Wave the Metagross as well. That is pretty crippled. And Hydreigon's completely paralyzed and can't move, which is brilliant. Now I just go into Bisharp. So I'm going to taunt. I'm taunting the... Which slot do I taunt? I'm going to taunt the Hydreigon slot in case Sableye wants to come in. I'm just going to go straight for a Sucker Punch onto the Metagross, I guess. I could knock off the Metagross, but I'm not sure if knock off would kill, because obviously no item. I am Life Orb. I am Life Orb, that's the thing. But he might switch out the Metagross here as well. You know, I'm going to taunt the Metagross slot, and I'm going to protect here. As he does switch the Metagross out, I think I called that perfectly. As we see Sableye come right back in, I do call that perfectly. I'm really happy with that. Question is, will that predict be able to do anything for me? As I can now just go for an Iron Head Waterfall onto a Hydreigon, but I don't think that would kill. And that puts me in danger here. That does put me in some trouble. I am going to switch into Gardevoir here. No, I'm not. I'm just going to Waterfall. And Iron Head. That Hydreigon slot if he wants to leave that in. As he does withdraw the Sableye. Talonflame is his last Pokemon, okay. As this isn't going to kill. Yeah, I think I've just lost. I did make the correct predicts, but burning my Gyarados really put me in trouble. Unless I get the flinch. I do get the flinch. I do get the flinch. That's brilliant. I can just protect here. Not risk going down to a Flare Blitz, which is most likely what's going to be going on here. Or he could Brave Bird the Gyarados slot, which gives me a free switch into my Gardevoir. But I do think I might have just lost this battle. That burn on Molly really caused me some problems. As he does go for the Brave Bird onto Molly here. That's probably going to pick up a kill. He will take some Rocky Helmet damage. As I'm not living that. Yeah, that Will-O-Wisp. That Will-O-Wisp play on that first turn really screwed me over. He just goes for the Earth Power there. Alright, let's see. The play I have to make here is predicting him to want to Brave Bird the Gardevoir, protecting, hoping he gets parried, and knocking off the Talonflame. Those are all the things that have to happen this turn if I want any chance of pulling out a win here. My team is quite steel weak. That is something I perhaps have to sort out. The only real dangerous steel types going around right now are Bisharp, Mawile, and Metagross, which I do think I can sort of deal with as he goes for the Flare Blitz. No! Oh, I should have Sucker Punched that slot. I really thought he'd want to Brave Bird the Gardevoir. Yeah, that's obviously definitely a loss. As he goes for the Earth Power, probably into the Bisharp slot as well. Yeah, there's no way I can come back from that. GG to my opponent, burning, as I said, like 5 times now, burning my Gyarados on turn 1. Really helped him throughout this battle. It was residual damage on my Gyarados. It helped it. It helped the Hydreigon live a turn. As a Brave Bird is just going to finish up a Gardevoir. I'm not going to log the win-loss count, as you guys will be seeing my rating between battles, and that is what I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up my rating. So we actually take a loss in our first battle of Raider Battle Spot doubles. It's a 4-0, but honestly I think I played that pretty well. I did cripple his team. I got the Hydreigon quite low. I just couldn't do much with my Gyarados. And there wasn't really much I could do in that battle to turn that around into a win other than hoping for the RNG, which is a bit unfortunate, but bleh. As well, I'm going to continue battling, and I think I'm going to do 2 battles unless I can do 3. As you've probably noticed, double battles do tend to be pretty quick. Double battles, for the most part, are quite quick battles. And also, I hope my narration is good. My narration style is probably a little bit different than my singles one, because I am really just like in the competitive zone, where in singles it's just like you roll a dice and hope you get good leads. In doubles, you have many more opportunities to fix bad leads, to rock slide. You've probably seen it, Worlds last year. Rock slide was amazing, as we see here. Thundurus, Landorus, Cresselia, Aegislash, Charizard, and Venusaur. Very interesting. I've seen a lot of Mega Charizard Ys with a lot of Venusaurs next to it. Fire Pledge and Grass Pledge almost screw me over. I think you might have seen the battle I'm talking about by now. I might have uploaded it. But the pledges almost cost me a match earlier today, actually. So, looking at this team, Gardevoir does a lot of work. She does a lot of work. The main issue is that Aegislash, but I do have the Bisharp to counter that. Cresselia also can't deal with Bisharp very well. In fact, I could probably lead with Bisharp. And have Gyarados next to it. That seems like a solid lead, honestly. Yep. This team looks special heavy. I'm bringing the Dene. Is there any reason for Gardevoir? Yes, the Venusaur. Will I need Tailwind? That's the bigger question. Actually, no, I might be able to deal with Venusaur without having a Psychic type. I've got to bring Mamoswine, I think, because of that Thundurus. Landorus, sorry. Am I making sense? I'm not sure I'm making sense. I'm not going to bring my Mega Gardevoir, I'm going to bring Mamoswine instead. I'm not bringing any Tailwind support either, and that could be a very big mistake. This is my first time really doing double battles like this while recording, and I've noticed I am thinking a little bit differently than I do when I'm by myself, not having to say my every move out loud. So, we may see a few losses at the beginning as I try and adjust to this new style. I'm doing my Bisharp Gyarados. As we do see the Thundurus Landorus lead. Not exactly the lead I was expecting, but I'll take this. Obviously that's a problem for Gyarados, as Thundurus can... Yeah, I didn't think about that properly, did I? Right, you know what I'm protecting? And I don't think it's going to double, so I'm going to make the switch into Mamo. I will live an Earthquake, because I am Focus Sashed. And the Electric type move onto Gyarados is probably far too enticing to pass up right now. So that's why I like having Mamo in the back. Mamo can switch in and a lot of what Thundurus can do. If it wants to swagger me, it just boosts my damage. It really does become a 50-50. Protecting on Bishop to obviously try and live the turn, and I could probably just Sucker Punch the Thundurus next turn. As it actually doesn't do that much damage. Yep, as you see, it's going to try and Thunderbolt into that slot. As here, actually, I can just go for a knockoff rather than a Sucker Punch, as I think Ice Shard kills. Does it? Actually, it might not. It might not, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Sucker Punch the... No, but yeah, but if he goes for like Thunder Wave or Swagger, I'm in trouble. But I don't want to pass up my boost. I'm going to go for the knockoff, and I'm going to go for the Ice Shard. I do think I live an Earthquake on Bisharp, because it's spread. And I am Ice Sharding as he opts to withdraw it. Okay, that's brilliant. As he does bring in Charizard. Isn't going to enjoy this Air Slash either way. Yeah, I did not like that. As he does go for Thunder Wave onto Bisharp. Glad I did not Sucker Punch there. Really glad I didn't go for Sucker Punch. Hopefully I'll break through. I do, and that is a +1 knockoff. That's probably a almost dead Thundurus. Okay, that's brilliant. As it loses its berry. Now I am going to Sucker Punch here into the Charizard slot and hope I break through and just Ice Shard the Thundurus, I think. No, yes, no. I think I might Earthquake. No, Earthquake, what am I saying? Rock Slide. Might be a better choice. Or he's probably going to smack me with a Solar Beam, isn't he? Well, I'm going to have to hope I break through the confusion here. If I do, that's probably a dead Charizard, especially if it's going for an attack. If it's protecting first turn, if it was protecting, I wouldn't have expected it to Mega Evolve, because then it's wasting a turn of Drought. So it's probably going straight for an attack here. Rock Slide will take out the... As yes, it's going for an attack. That's the dead Charizard at +1 Life Orb. We do take down the Charizard there. Very happy with that. As the... Oh, I get off my Rock Slide. I'm faster than this Thundurus. That shouldn't have happened. I'm adamant. That should not have happened. So perhaps this isn't a decent Thundurus. Yeah, it hasn't got good IVs or a good nature. Iced Tea. As we see, his last Pokemon is Aegislash, and obviously the Lando. Gonna get another Defiant boost. Oh dear! Now at this point, I can just Sucker Punch and Ice Shard for a kill. He's gonna have to Earthquake, so he's gonna have to King Shield for this first turn. Wide Guard! Oh, I forgot he got Wide Guard. As I do get off my Ice Shard. And... not a kill. I do get off my Sucker Punch, and that is game. So GG to my opponent. He really didn't have anything to stop the Bisharp. Aegislash does not stop Bisharp very well, because if he gets off a King Shield, my attack goes down by 2 stages, then back up. So, yeah. I am just going to Protect and Earthquake. Oh, he disconnected. He Rage Quit. That will count as a win, very fortunately, as I'm going to go for my Earthquake here. He disconnected. What can I say? Either he had an unfortunate connection drop, as I did last week, or he... oh, I hit no for some reason, or he accidentally turned off the power in Rage. I don't know what he did there, but I was able to pick up a win. That will show as a win, guys. If the other player disconnects, it does show as the win for you. It just takes it a while to update, so we're going to try and get in maybe one more double battle here. Battle box. As you can probably tell from my party team, when I've recorded this. Because obviously I do record this in bulk before it goes live. So, yeah. As we do face another Japanese player, 1483, looks like Kitty Face, yay! 83. As we see Lucario, that's not a common one to see these days. Raichu, Gyarados, Sableye, possibly a Follow Me Togekiss, and a Tyranitar. And mono female versus mono male. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so Bishop does look very good here. My opponent does have a lot of physical attackers, so I don't see a reason to bring my Dedenne. Latias for speed control could be good. Very good, actually. I kind of want to lead with Bishop Latias. That seems like a good lead. I'm doing it. Bishop Latias. He doesn't really have anything that can stop a lead like that. If he leads with the Sableye, I can just switch. God of White Ability has to come. And yeah, Gyarados in the back. I know he's got Raichu there, but I think I can deal with the Raichu before Gyarados has to come out. And if I can't, I can protect to give myself an extra turn of survival. Gyarados can just Thunder Wave and taunt things, which is very handy. I think that's solid. We'll see what happens. So guys, let me know what you think of this this new series in the comment section below. Would you prefer double battles or singles? And do you think I'm doing a good job of narrating doubles and my thought process behind it? Because, as you can probably tell, there's not as much rage, there's not as much hype. It's more just deep thinking. As my opponent does lead with Raichu Gyarados, which is bad for my opponent. Really expecting him to want to fake out the Bishop slot, really. That seems like if he doesn't, I'm knocking off Gyarados. He might be Mega. I am Tailwinding. I know it seems like a bad play, but he can only fake out one of us, and Gyarados can't kill either of my Pokemon right now, as he does reveal himself to be Mega Gyarados. So Bishop, not the best thing to have out against this thing. However, after a Dragon Dance, unless he hits Bishop. Brilliant. So I do safely get up my Tailwind here, as he actually opts to go for the Earthquake. Oh no, I think that one won't kill. Oh, was that Air Balloon on the Raichu? I missed that. I must have been Air Balloon on Raichu. We're just gonna knock off then. And I'm gonna go into my own Gyarados. Just to get the Intimidate off. And Raichu should die this turn, unless it has Protect. I must have completely missed the Air Balloon. Mega Shrimp. Nice and Intimidate. I doubt he's going to Thunderbolt my Latias slot. And if anything, I should outspeed him after a Tailwind, which means that should be a dead Raichu. No Protects. So that's a dead Raichu. I don't mind Bishop going down here, I don't think. As he's probably going to Earthquake. No, he Dragon Dances! I can paralyze you! That was a bad move from my opponent. I can just Thunder Wave that. I mean, he did predict. He predicted me to go into an Intimidator, or he just wanted to get the Dragon Dance there. He reveals the Togekiss. As I'm going to Iron Head it. Now, I'm not sure if Bishop outspeeds my Gyarados. I need to check their speed tiers. I'll check it now, actually. Pokemon, Bishop, Summary. 122. Yeah, okay, I will not outspeed. So if we can kill that, then it might live in Iron Head, however. That's the thing. Do I Taunt or do I Thunder Wave? That's the question. I have a Defiant boost. I'm taunting the Gyarados. I think I can kill the Togekiss if it goes for Follow Me. It opts to Protect. It's probably going for an... Wait, what? What? I do get off my Thunder Wave, which I'm happy with. As it goes for another Dragon Dance! Oh no! You're paralyzed, son! You're paralyzed! And Gardevoir one-shots you, and guess who I've got in the back? I am going to taunt him just to prevent him from doing anything else. If he wants to follow me and doesn't die, then he won't be able to follow me again. Probably didn't expect my Gyarados to be a defensive set. So I actually run Rocky Helmet with my Gyarados. I could run Lumberry on it, but I feel Rocky Helmet is good because anything that tries to attack it physically will take damage. Very good for switching in on Kangaskhan, because I get off the Intimidate and then they hit me twice and they take, like, what, 1/3 of their HP damage because of that. Basically, Kangaskhan can only hit you 3 times if you're holding Rocky Helmet. My opponent really thinking about what to do here. He might run Heal Bell. Would not surprise me to see Heal Bell on that Togekiss. It's not a common move to see in VGC, I don't think, but he could be running it, you know, to help support a Gyarados to prevent it from getting burned or anything. My opponent really taking his time here, as I think he ran out of time. Or maybe he did pick as... Yeah, that does pick up Knockout. Togekiss not doing anything. Bishop does unfortunately go down there, but I think we're doing good. We are 3-2, I think, as I am going to taunt it. So if I wanted a Dragon Dance again to try and get faster... no, it Earthquakes! It Earthquakes. My Tailwind does end there. Doesn't matter. I just go to Gardevoir and I Hyper Voice. As he reveals Lucario to be his last Pokemon. So I'm not going to I'm not going to Hyper Voice just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Protect. I'm going to Waterfall on the Lucario. So I will outspeed it. So Protect. And Waterfall on the Lucario. And I do think I can just live a Bullet Punch from a non-Mega Lucario, unless it's Banded. And I don't think Banded Lucario is a thing. We're going to see here what Lucario wants to go for. Bullet Punch would be my guess. Final Gambit. What is Final Gambit? Final Gambit. I need to quickly Google that. Final Gambit. As we can now just pick up a win here by Hyper Voicing and Waterfalling. Final Gambit causes the user to feint and the target receives damage equal to how much HP the user had before executing the move. Well, we've broken any potential focus ashes there, so Final Gambit won't be doing anything there. Oh yeah, Final Gambit. He scarfed Final Gambit. Oh! I remember Final Gambit now. I remember it. Should have Thunder Waved it instead then, as a single target Hyper Voice is going to look at the Gyarados, picking up a win. So 3 very awesome battles. We did get a loss, but we also had 2 wins due to a disconnect on my opponent's end. So guys, if you like what you saw, let me know in the description. Let me know in the comment section below. If you like the way I'm narrating this, please let me know. If you don't like it, let me know why, and I will try and change to suit what you guys prefer. And we're going to go ahead and end Tuesday's episode here. And I will see you guys on Wednesday with a single battle. And if you want to know when the next double battle will be, Thursday! Yay! See you guys then.